Today we're going to cover the home inspection and the importance that you get a home inspection when you purchase your next home. So you're looking to buy a home and you're wondering, how important is it for me to get a home inspection? In our world, representing your interests as a buyer, it's really important. We want to find a home inspector that's licensed in the state of Arizona. We want to have a home inspector that you know and trust. More than likely, you don't do this every day, so more than likely you as a buyer, you're more than likely not going to have a home inspector you know and trust. However, working with a real estate professional, they more than likely have a few home inspectors that they have experience with, and you can choose them. The importance of it is you want to make sure that that home inspector can go through that house. This is your time to have the entire home inspected to figure out what is good, bad, or indifferent with the house. There could be some pleasant surprises you find out, and there could be some that maybe aren't as favorable. All right, so now you found your home inspector, you've identified the one you want to use and everything. So next step in the process would be getting the home inspection scheduled. It's important in Arizona, we only have a 10-day inspection period. As you've picked up on some of our other videos we've done, we only have 10 short days to get that done. So it's important we get that scheduled right away. We like to get it scheduled within 2 to 4 days of you getting the property under contract. The importance of that is it will allow us, in the event that something comes up in the inspection, for instance, we need to get another contractor out there to take a look, let's say at the cooling system in the house. That gives us adequate time to get that person out to take a look. So scheduling is very important. We need to get it done as quickly as we can. Yeah, so now you're at your inspection day. It can be a little stressful for you. You're a little apprehensive what's going to happen with the property. At this point, you've made the decision to purchase property. You love that property. You want to buy that property. So the inspection day can be a little stressful. But typically what happens is the inspector will go to the house at the scheduled time. It's usually either in the morning or the afternoon. Inspector will take about 2 to 4 hours, depending on the size of the house, to inspect it. And what do we do on inspection day? Typically, what most of our clients do is we'll show up at the end of the inspection. We're not there typically during the time the inspector's there. We give the inspector his space to do his work. And then at the end, we'll meet with that inspector and we'll go over the findings. I like that my clients show up at the end. It's something that I encourage all of them to do. And then that way you meet the inspector and actually walk the property as he points out either items that may be of concern or just basic items like where's the electrical panel? Where's the main shutoff for the water? How do the lights work in the backyard? Some of that stuff we can uncover through the inspection and during our wrap up through the inspection period. You're through the home inspection. We went through that wrap up with the home inspector, and we found some items that may be of some concern for us. In Arizona, what's pretty typical is roof tiles. If it has a tile roof, some of the roof tiles might slip, and the AC. Maybe the AC system isn't operating 100% within the manufacturer's specifications. When we run into that, we typically will advise our clients that we need to get additional inspections. And we generally say that up front when you start working with the Patterson Real Estate Group, is that we're going to tell you that there's a high probability you're going to spend more inspections working with our team than maybe someone else. And the reason why is we want to make sure that you're 100% confident in the home, and we want to know 100% what's wrong with the system. So in this case, if we're talking about the AC systems not performing, we want to get a licensed AC contractor out there to take a look. And they're going to take a look at the system, they're going to perform an inspection, and more importantly, they're going to give us a report of what is right or wrong with the system. A lot of the times with AC systems, it might just be low freon, which could be an indication of something bigger, maybe a leak in the system. But with that information, we're going to know whether it's a leak and it needs freon from a professional contractor, and we'll use that report when we go and request any of the repairs from the seller. This way we know exactly what's going on. In the end, the Arizona purchase contract puts all the burden of the inspections onto you as the buyer. The seller doesn't have to perform any inspections. So if we just return back the report that it doesn't appear it's working, I feel we're falling short on our duty to provide the information to the seller. And what I also find when we do that, we also get better results for our clients because we know exactly what we want, we know exactly what's wrong, and we want those items fixed. So it's really important that through the entire process that we gather as much information as we can so we can disseminate that back to the seller, and in the end, making you as a buyer comfortable in your purchase.